I was like, holy moly, I really need to stop. I eliminated a couple of things. Oh, I just want to squeeze you all day long. Okay, so you know how we're gonna do 30-minute episodes and then we're gonna have our more quicker episodes that are like 10 minutes long? Now put your coats on. Got my gloves, I got my scarf, I got my earmuffs, and now I got my coat. Do you guys want to put on your scarf? 1,000 hours outside starts now. Hello, hello, hello. Happy New Year. Welcome to the first vlog of 2023. I meant to start this vlog way earlier in the day. Today's Monday, the first Monday of the year. And of course, mine and Jordan's alarms both don't go off. We had planned on waking up at 5:30 this morning. We both were gonna work out. We were gonna do our Bible study. We were gonna like get household stuff started and ready. Of course, our alarm does not go off. We woke up at 7 o'clock instead, and I already woke up the day like feeling so behind, and I love Mondays, and I feel like I can always get a head start, and like, oh, I was like, no, Lord, the day is not ruined. We got this. It's okay. I've been trying to fight the urge of feeling like I've been having to catch up all day because I didn't get that stuff done, but yeah, this morning was a little bit busy, a little bit hectic. We just got back from our Monday meeting. Evangeline fell asleep in the car, which is great. Jordan's bringing her in right now. And yeah, we're just gonna do a little vlog today. I have so much to catch you guys up on, like so much. I haven't vlogged in 2 weeks. My camera was a little crusty and dusty, so give her a nice little wipe. But yeah, I need to pick up the kitchen because I still haven't picked up from breakfast. And it was just one of those days where it was like, what is a priority right now? Getting out the door is the priority. So I got out the door and kind of just left everything as is. So, taking this off, I guess I might as well just do a little outfit of the day, huh? It's actually 40s today, which feels like a hot flash and a heat wave at this point. But Jordan's grandma gifted me this bag for Christmas. It's so cute. So I got this on. I have a nice little scarf on. I'm just wearing a cute little sweater. And I got some pointy little boots that I just realized one of my kids crayoned on. So hopefully I can get that out with like a magic eraser or something. I'm gonna take all this stuff off. I don't know why I dressed up more fancy today because there really was no need for that, but I just did. So what you gonna do? Miss Evangeline woke up, fell back asleep, woke up, fell back asleep. So she actually is asleep now, which is perfect because she is supposed to be napping right now anyway. But I thought I would take advantage of that, and I have a couple of things to do for our podcast because we are completely revamping and giving our podcast a full facelift. And I'm still tweaking and finalizing our cover photo. We got all of our photo shoot cover, like all of our photos back, and I kind of played around with a couple of different ones, but that is one of my main tasks to do today. I have to do that. But anyway, I wanted to come up here because now my office is up here and in my bedroom. Now, before you say like, why would you put your office in a bedroom? Like, you're supposed to not do that. I get it, and I know it's one of the rules, but I don't really have another option. This is the only space that, like, one, has enough space to put a desk in, two, is a closed space just because the kids with their nap schedules right now, it like fluctuates. And so if I'm able to at least tell them like, hey, I have to go in here for a little bit and do some work, like you can do a puzzle or whatever, like, you know, kind of trying to find that balance. So it's the only one that if, like, let's say we're in a meeting or like have a call, I can close the door and not be interrupted. Let me show you. So previously, I'm not sure if you guys remember, but right over there in front of the window, I used to have my vanity. I had thrifted my vanity a while back when we were at our old house, but I decided to move it over into this corner. Now, I originally had actually put it right here and replaced it, and I wanted to use it as my nightstand, and it looked really cute, but Jordan wasn't a big fan because it was not symmetrical. So like it would have been a long desk here and his side would have still been the same. We did actually keep my nightstand here and then just actually move this over into this corner, which I feel like looks like it doesn't look super cluttered. I feel like it's a lot of like wood tones. I have to finish decorating. I want to put a couple of things up on the wall, but I'm not mad at it. So today's gonna be my first day like working in my desk area. If you guys remember, previously here I had a big old wardrobe that I had bought for Evangeline's room. Sneaky deaky on over into Sissy's room. You will see that the beautiful wardrobe is now in her nursery. So I wanted to give you guys a little update on this too, because we're slowly working on this. I had definitely wanted to have it done by now, but that has just not been the case. I feel like I've been tackling a bunch of little tiny projects here and there. I'm really happy with the way it turned out. I need to take advantage of the fact that Evangeline is sleeping though, and I'm just going to get started. I'm really excited. I've already done a couple of different mock-ups, and now that I come to think of it, I really should have hired a graphic designer. I normally do hire people for this, but I don't know, this project just, I felt like I had a really specific vision for it, and it was hard to kind of describe what that was. So I'm gonna play with it now, and I'll get back to you guys in a little bit. Okay, so you know how we're gonna do 30-minute episodes and then we're gonna have our more quicker episodes that are like 10 minutes long? I think we should come up with a cute and catchy phrase for each of those.
Alright. Be home in 3 hours.
Alright, love you.
Bye-bye.
Wow, this is literally the 20th time our fire alarm goes off without a power. Get up! Wake up, my baby! It keeps doing that and there's absolutely no alarm. There's literally nothing here that could cause a fire. I really don't like this. It makes me really nervous. And the other day, it woke up Evangeline and the kids.
The alarm will now sound in 5 seconds.
No!
Press test to cancel.
How do I do this? Woke up my baby. Hi. We're all good. There's no fire. There's no... I don't know if you guys just saw what happened, but basically the alarm kept going off. I went up there to try to take it out and I accidentally pushed one of the buttons that shows and says like carbon monoxide. That called our security system, which then automatically calls the firemen to come, and so they just came and I felt so bad. I was like, Jordan, cancel it, like make them not come because I did that. But they showed up anyway and they just wanted to double check. So I don't know what is wrong with our alarm system, like fire thing, which makes me really nervous because it just keeps going off and there's no fire. And I'm like, well, what if there is a legit one? And then now I don't know what to do. So very thankful for those who serve and help and are willing to put up with little silly things like this. I felt really bad because there was nothing that was wrong, and I really hope that that didn't stop them from doing something else. And while in the middle of all this, Sissy had the most massive blowout I've ever seen. Sis has never had a blowout. She's had like maybe really small ones when she was a baby, but this one literally was on both her thighs, up her back, on her stomach. It was literally everywhere and all around. I just had to give her a bath in the sink, put on a whole new outfit. Even her socks had poop on them. How did someone get poop on your socks? I feel like I've been running around like a chicken with my head cut off. Just made myself a little smoothie. I did pineapple, mango, cara orange, a little bit of ginger, a squeeze of lemon, and a frozen banana, and it's so good. It's super refreshing, especially if you put a lot of ginger in it, but it has like a little kick to it. I have a pile of laundry right here that I just took out of the dryer that's nice and clean. I'm gonna take a little break. I'm just gonna sit, do some of this laundry, and I'm gonna put on The Chosen. Episode 4 came out yesterday, and I didn't watch episode 3 yet, and Jordan and I really want to watch episode 4 together tonight, so I'm gonna catch up and watch episode number 4, and I'm so excited. With talking about The Chosen, Angel Studios is sponsoring this portion of today's video. If you guys didn't know, Angel Studios is where you can watch Chosen. I literally just click on the app here and it pulls up, and then my TV isn't super fancy. If you have a TV that has apps and stuff, you can actually download the Angel Studios app on your TV, and then from there you can watch The Chosen. But with downloading the app, you're able to watch the show for absolutely free. You get like exclusive content on there, and it is such a good show. You guys had told Jordan and I for years, literally ever since season 1 came out, for us to watch it, and it took us a minute to get on the train, but we finished it in like a week. We were binge watching it, like starting in December we started watching it, and we've watched all seasons up until right now, which is season 3, which is now out. I was really feeling guilty about watching any type of show, even something that was innocent. I was like, well, this isn't really like calling me to be more like Jesus, and what a better show than The Chosen to feel like a calling of being more like Jesus. Like, for example, just seeing how his disciples were, and seeing how literally, like, I don't know, it's one thing to read in the Bible when Jesus asks and calls his disciples, like, come and follow me, like, follow me. But it's a whole different thing to like see Matthew, a tax collector, sitting there, literally collecting taxes from people, frauding people, and Jesus being like, follow me, and him quite literally stopping everything that he's doing, leaving his home, leaving his family, leaving his job, and like choosing to follow Jesus, who is homeless, who just doesn't have a home, and just spreads the gospel around. Like, I really can't believe it took us this long to watch it. I think it is an impeccable show. It's really made me crave my Bible more. Once I'm done with an episode, I'm like, oh, I really want to go read Matthew. Like, I have fallen in love with the book of Matthew. I don't know, it's just really put the Bible in a place that I never really thought of. I feel like you would get a similar experience going to Israel. When Jordan went to Israel, he said it really changed the way that he reads and sees scripture, and so I feel like this show has given me kind of that glimpse. So I think it's really cool. But anyway, the easiest way for you to get it is to just download the Angels Studio app, and then from here you're able to quite literally just put it right on top of your screen. If I go on here, I can click season 3. I haven't watched the newest one. So when you go on the app, if you're not able to put apps on your TV, totally fine. When you're on here, it says send to TV, and you literally click that button, and then you're able to make it screen onto your TV. And it is so cool. Literally the coolest, easiest thing ever. So I will leave a link down below if you guys want to download the Angel Studio app to be able to watch The Chosen for free. And they have so many other different shows on there too. How cool is it that I get to work with Angel Studios? Like, this is such a dream. So I will leave that down below. If you guys have watched Chosen before, let me know which episode is your favorite. My favorite episode is in season 2 with Mary Magdalene. I believe it's season 2, episode 6. That one just really like, oh, it just really shows the love and the grace that the Lord has for us. So, oh, such a good show. So let me know which episode is your favorite if you're all caught up. Don't give any spoilers though, because I still need to watch 3 and 4. But yeah, what a big blessing it is that we get shows like this. So I'll leave that below. See if she'll stay once she wakes up from her nap. I promise I will give you guys a little tour of her room, where I'd say like 75% done. As you saw, she's sleeping in her pack and play right now because she outgrew her bassinet. And I mean, I feel like normally babies outgrow their bassinet within the first like 3 to 4 months. She is a little bit smaller, so she was able to stay in there until around like pushing almost 5 months. But yeah, she started to not fit in there anymore, and I hadn't had a crib for her yet, and I found one on Facebook Market. It's actually in the garage. I got it for 50 bucks. It's so cute. It's metal and white, and it has like just like these little detailings on it. It looks antique-y and vintagey, kind of like the rest of her room. I don't know if you've picked up on that feeling, but that's kind of what I was going for. Very like dainty, cute, like just girly. I've had so much fun in her room. So that's still in the garage, and we're still trying to organize things, still trying to get our life together. I have donated at this point almost 50% of the kids' toys. That has been my biggest project this year and one of my biggest goals. I feel like I've slowly been chewing at the idea of becoming more and more minimal. For me personally, the idea of becoming minimal overnight is just not doable. That has just not been how I have lived my life up until this point. And so about a year ago, maybe a little bit more than a year ago, but when we were at our previous home, I started to really like this idea. And so I remember at our old house, I had donated and gotten rid of literally truckfuls, you guys, of stuff that we had. And so I've been slowly been doing that. I've slowly been consuming less, and what I do consume, I make sure that what I'm buying is something, first of all, that I need, something that will last. That's been the biggest thing. I feel like I've been trying to be really picky about the clothes that I buy. I used to really love like Forever 21. I still like H&M stuff, but you kind of have to be picky about their things because some of their things are really cheaply made and will last you a season, and then other things, I feel like there are some pieces that I've thrifted that are H&M that have been in my closet for like 5 years. So I don't know, I've just been kind of just changing my mentality. I really am slow to do these things, and so like a year later, and I feel like I'm still working on it. And so the newest area that I've been tackling is the kids' toys, especially since they're a little bit older now and we're doing homeschool with them. They really don't need a lot of toys. And I found this very alarming study that showed that 41% of kids play with 7 to 10 toys, and the other percentage of kids play with 11 to 17 toys. Either way, that is not a lot of 20 toys. That's not a lot of toys. And when I read that, I was like, holy moly, I really need to stop. I genuinely, and you guys know, I feel like I've shared this, I love sensory play. I love toys. I love seeing my kids engage in play. And I've always rotated their toys. So I feel like to some degree, I've like participated in the whole element of them like having 8 to 10 toys. I feel like I've always done that, but I've had an excessive amount of toys in storage. If you guys have been here since our old house, my toy closet was pretty hefty, and it was, not only was it just like a lot of toys, it was a lot for me to maintain. I spent a lot of time organizing and putting things back, and like a lot of my week was devoted to doing that, and I enjoyed it. But now I think I'm over that. I'm ready to not do that. And I'm ready to not spend so many hours of my time organizing toys that they're not gonna touch or play with for like 4 or 5 months, you know? Yesterday, essentially what I was doing was going through any pieces that were broken, like any puzzles that were missing, anything that had been chewed on by the dogs, which was a lot of stuff. Anything that was like broken, didn't work anymore, any toys that I noticed that anytime I did rotate in, they just didn't really care for. And I made several bins. I made a couple of bins to go to my parents' house and Jordan's parents' house for when the kids go over there. I made a bin for my sister because my sister really loves the toys that I buy for the kids, which I understand. So she was like, can you please keep some of the toys so I can have for my kids? So I made a little pile for her. I made a pile for local schools and any like other places. I made a pile for Once Upon a Child, and then I also just made a like big pile for a truck that I'm having with donations. There's this website, it's called Donate Stuff, and you literally just go on their website, put in where your area is, pick a place that you want it donated to, and then they'll come and pick up your stuff for free. It's really cool. So yeah, that is what I've been doing. But with that, I wanted to show you guys our living room, because once we took our Christmas decor down, which I did the day after Christmas, I was just kind of over it. I feel like I put it up in November, like I think around after my birthday. It was like the 10th or the 11th. It felt great during that time, but I'm telling you, when Christmas came, I was like, bruh, I can't wait to not see this Christmas tree anymore. Like, I'm tired of her. So I don't know, maybe next year. I don't want to wait until after Thanksgiving because then it's only a month. Maybe like a couple days before Thanksgiving is what I'll do next year, but just trying to minimize everything. I've been doing this for a while. Like, I know you guys are probably so tired of me saying this, but it just takes me a while, especially when your husband is not on board, okay? That has been the hardest part, is just that we've not really been seeing eye to eye in this. And you know what I did about it? I prayed about it, and guess what, Jordan? is on board with it. I just refuse to nag anymore, and I just refuse to like be like that, and all I will do is just spend my time in my little prayer closet, and the Lord will do his thing. And so especially when it comes to minimizing, I feel like this is something that the Lord would want, you know, like the Bible literally says to store your treasures in heaven. And so to just be consumed by things, I think just overall no one really wants to do that. And so I think that's just the example that I want to set for my kids and for myself as well. So when I went to put away the Christmas decor, I kind of did a little bit of a reorganizing of our family and living room. Now it's been like this for a little bit over a week now, and when I tell you it has been life-changing, I mean it has been life-changing. I don't know why I didn't do this sooner. I don't know why I didn't think of this before, but having less decor and less things to maintain and less things to keep makes your life easier because you're not cleaning, you're not putting stuff back, and you're not having to reorganize and dust and whatever. So my approach with decor now has slightly changed. I think decor is really beautiful. If you have a well-decorated home, like that's great. I feel like mine still is decorated, but it's definitely less. One question I've been asking myself is, does this thing, let's say whatever it is this functional? Because most of the time decor is not functional. Like for example, at our previous home, I had vases, coffee table books, and like just a lot of vomit everywhere. And my sister's more minimal, and every time she'd come over, she would say, does this do anything to you, or does it just collect dust? 80% of the time my answer would be it just collects dust. I had a bookshelf in our previous home that I literally just filled with randomness just to make it look pretty. And it's great. Again, I'm just gonna keep saying this because I don't want anyone, it took me a minute to get here. I think I just was at the point of exhaustion. In the point that I'm at right now, I am trying to make my life and my kids' life and our whole home just a little bit more peaceful and just a little bit more easier to enjoy each other rather than the stuff that's around us that might be visually cluttered. So let me show you what I did. I vacuumed this morning and my lines are still there, so that is very satisfying to me, but eliminated a couple of things. We host a lot, and so extra seating was super important to me. I had these poofs that I had previously kept in the playroom, and I brought them in here and put them in front of the window, and I think it's been really nice because the kids will literally just sit here and look out the window for like 20 minutes, and it's like, what a great thing. Same with the dogs. So extra seating, clean lines, but also functional. This mirror, I feel like makes a huge difference. I had this mirror here previously, but I had a plant right here, a fake plant. So I just replaced it with this really cute light, and I thrifted this. I just swapped out the top, and I feel like it looks so clean and super slick. It's pretty, but it also serves me purpose, which is light at night. Moving over here into the couch area, and over here, more seating. I just left a diffuser on there. We'll just diffuse things. I kept it more simple. I would have previously put like a plant or a vase on there. I did not. I eliminated some of our pillows. Our wall decor is still the same. I put just one cute little decorative piece here. I think it's cute. It's simple. It doesn't feel very cluttery to me. And then over here, this has been the biggest change that I made. Over there, we are just keeping remotes. And then I did declutter and reorganize this, and it just feels a little bit less. But then our books. We had so many books and I never knew what to do with them. And I feel like putting them like this, I feel like it could be less cluttery, but it's functional for us just because we reach for them so many times a day that just having them like this makes it a lot easier. And then moving over this way, nothing really changed here. I just took out decor that I had there, and I took out decor that I had there. So again, lamp for light, 2 seats, and then over here I left this empty just because most of the time I have a book or a Bible on there, and then Evangeline's diaper changing station, her monitor, and then her thing. Yeah, that's basically what that looks like. And I don't want to cry saying this, but any moms out there who are currently in the stage of like, there's so much baby stuff all over my house, like I just want it to go away. Don't, because it will be such a short amount of time that is in your home. Like, it's okay if you have baby stuff everywhere, because one day you won't. Right now, we're reaching that point. Like, Evangeline has this out and a high chair out, and it's gonna make me cry, but she doesn't need all the other stuff anymore. And I miss having the little clutter because it meant that I had a little baby, and she's not so little anymore. So, don't... Sorry, it just... I don't know what it is about the third when you just know how fast they grow up, and it just makes you really sad. But moving on into the kitchen. This is what our kitchen table looks like right now. I did one little plant. Evangeline now is in a high chair, so I have this here for her. I cleaned out those. I have that picture frame that I need to put away. I decluttered those, but again, just really simple. Anything that is up on the counter is for a purpose. So this holds our fruits. Over there, I have just our knives. I have a lamp for light, little bowl to hold our utensils, and then over here just the coffee machine, and then that is for like drying stuff. I really like the new change that we made. And then with the kids' playroom and their homeschool area, I feel like it's a little bit different just because a lot of the stuff that we have on the wall is like rich in information, their toy stuff. Like I just have a lot of open-ended things for them. This is for them to sit and read books. Their books, I kind of just eliminated quite a few and just made it a little bit less. And then same with over here, kind of just zhuzhed up the wall. I changed up a couple of things. The kids, their new sponsor child, their photos up there. I kind of just changed out a couple of things. This is like Evangeline's little corner with some of her toys. Yeah, this is like what it looks like right now. This is what this looks like. Not really much has changed. Alethea put those up. That's why they look like that, but I don't have the heart to fix it. So like that, it will stay. But yeah, I feel like just slight little changes around the house, around my heart, and just, yeah, my biggest thing that I've just been praying is that the Lord just like humble me and that the Lord soften my heart for me to be open to any little changes and little things. I feel like I've seen so much fruit the last couple months. Honestly, since we moved into this home, it has been just, the Lord is just so faithful and he just shows up, you guys. He shows up. And so I've just been so thankful and just so open to that. So yeah, I'm excited for the new year. I'll just say that. Last thing I will say is I am starting to pick up a new hobby. I asked you guys on Instagram probably over a month ago at this point. I think it was a while ago, but I asked you guys what you do, because I felt like there was a point where all I was doing was either working or taking care of the kids, and I did have free and spare time. I just didn't know what to do during that free and spare time, so what I would end up doing is working, or I'd end up doing more house stuff, and so it never really felt like I had a chance to rest or a chance to do something that brought me joy, because I genuinely didn't really have anything that, I don't know, that really brought me joy. Is that weird to say? Like, I've never really depended on like an activity or like something to like, maybe bringing joy isn't the right word. Maybe something to do with my hands, or like, I don't know. Almost all of you suggested reading a book or knitting and sewing or making a scarf, doing embroidery. And so I have taken on the task of doing embroiderment. Now, I bought a little kit at Michael's and I've been working on that, and it has been such a joyful experience and I've really gotten the hang of it. I'm gonna go today and get some more because I want to make Alethea, Ari, and Evangeline their own little ring. And I feel like an embroidery ring has, or like a hoop, is that what it's called? Embroidery hoop? I should probably know the terminology for these, but you know what I'm talking about, those little like hoopy things. Those hold a special place in my heart because when I announced my pregnancy with Alethea and what her name was, I had someone on Etsy make me one of those. And then when I found out I was pregnant with Ari, I had the same lady make me another one that said like baby number 2 or like big sister or something like that. And then I had her make one with Ari's name. And so I feel like those just in general make me warm and gushy on the inside. And so I'm excited to make my own of those. I just need to get the right tools and the right crafts. And it's funny because like the one thing that I wanted to do like solo and like just by myself and just something that I could decompress and do while the kids are playing, one of my kids has really enjoyed doing it with me. And so that took a little bit of patience and grace to be like, okay, Lord, like maybe this can be like a bonding experience. Like it's okay. It's a teaching moment. Yeah, that's been fun being able to do that with my kids. But yeah, I'm gonna get them their own little kit. I actually already had one downstairs. It's like a wooden one that they can use. The only thing is I lost the needle, and so I need to order a plastic needle because a real needle with toddlers, not a good idea. Oh, she's so sweet. She put herself to sleep. I feel like the key to getting a child to like fall asleep so peacefully is to catch them before they're too tired. When you catch them before they're overtired, when they're starting to, but they're not quite tired yet, they're about to be tired, if you catch them at that point, for her, as soon as I catch that and I give her a binky and I swaddle her, boom baby, she is happy. She's like, it's nice and warm. She thrives. Very different experience than I had with my previous two, so it's been nice. She was sleeping through the night as a newborn and really early on, but then I'd say around like 3.5, 4 month mark, she started waking up a little bit more, and she's 5 months old now, and she normally will wake up 3 to 4 times through the night. But last night we actually put her in her room and she slept for a long time. She only woke up once. And so I felt bad, because now that I think about it, I'm like, why did I do that? But I had Jordan go in there and get her and bring her to me, and then I nursed her, and then I had him put her back when I could have gone in there and just nursed her in her room, and then I could have come back to bed. Noted for next time. I don't know, the previous nights, like, once she gets up, she's like up like every hour, and so I was just gonna bring her into our bed, but then she ended up falling right back asleep, and so yeah, and then I put her back, and then she didn't get up until like 7 something this morning. But yeah, I'm gonna finish out today's video. Thank you to Angel Studio for sponsoring this video. I will leave the link down below if you guys want to download their app and watch The Chosen and several other shows that they have on there. It was super user friendly and a joy to use. I'm excited for the new year, you guys. I love you, and I will see you in my next video.